Koi Boy Games, woohoo! Alright, welcome back. This is Nathan from Koi Boy Games. So it's been a while. A lot of things have happened. To explain the hiatus for like the 10-ish subscribers we have. A lot of college work essentially, and the Wi-Fi at my college is really particular about getting on it. Like, honestly, it's one of those things you need to have pre-existing Wi-Fi to use the Wi-Fi. So it's just really weird. Like, I figured it out by some miracle last year, but for some reason the Xbox can't get registered. So if this goes up, it's gonna be through my phone. That's where we're at. So that's the big challenge. Also, the other big challenge is that I have a shared space, so it's a small like studio apartment dorm room for two full-grown men. So I have to, I can't always record because I have to be respectful of my roommate, and he does the same. It's good. It just, that limits the time to record. So, needless to say, he's not here tonight. But I'm recording, so we're gonna see if we can get past this long hiatus of Devil May Cry here. I'm trying to get past this part that I could not last time. I died like probably 4 times. Clearly the mode is getting harder. So yeah, I hope I can record every once in a while. I think I can if this actually goes up. Like I said, debating on the technology. Oh, gotta heal here.
This wants to be Limbo's biggest loser.
Yeah, no, so because I'm in a really busy part right now. I got paper for a social work class to write, and I'm definitely sticking with the psychology side, not going to the social work side. It's a lot different. They're very different perspectives. Social work is more learning about, a lot of writing grants, and that's like going out into the community and doing stuff. I mean, it's really good. Don't get me wrong there. It's just more the psychological approach would be just like actually studying. Okay, why does poverty exist? Not saying social work doesn't do that, but or like something like that, or like what leads people to do this? What leads would be more the questions we ask rather than is it an infrastructural problem. It's a lot like sociology, but even sociology is a little more taken back, not on the front lines. I guess it's difficult to explain, put it in words really, what the main difference is, like without shoving one under the bus or something, because they're both good. It's just they're so drastically different, and most people don't realize that. So if you're going into that field, just to realize there's gonna be social work, there's gonna be a lot more, if you can't handle what I'm learning, like constantly. Oh my gosh, he was just hiding there. Constantly, like, having to connect with people. Like, if you're not comfortable with waking up every morning, having your inbox at 3,000, don't do social work. But at the same point, if, unholy, like, scary, schizophrenic breakdowns and stuff. Not saying social work doesn't deal with that too, but if like dealing with that on a constant basis, and just in general, look, a lot more numbers don't do psychology. So it's interesting. It's just I'm learning a lot, but that's kind of how it is. It's neat. I like it a lot. But definitely, this is the hardest year, and I didn't realize that. I was kind of frustrated because things weren't taking off, but now they're really kicking into high gear. I'm in honor society somehow by some logic, and you know, I've just been fighting it, so you know, let's go. Let's keep hitting it. You know, that's where I'm at. You know, kind of trying to balance it too is the hardest part. Like, I was recording with one of my friends. I've been doing a lot of, you know, Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff like that. D&D tonight, I started a new campaign just because, like, you have to, like, obviously, you know, work and study comes first, but if you keep, you know, that's one advice I would give, is if you keep focusing on only, you know, that one like study or that one thing, it will just tear into you. The burnout is immense, especially too. I do hospice volunteering, and that's one of those things. It's hard to do, and I knew it wasn't easy going in, but it's such a passive hard to the point where, like, yeah, when I'm doing, you know, visits, you know, like the burnout kind of thing, like, you don't feel like you're getting much places, but it's just weird in a way, and I don't know how I feel, but it's good. It needs to be done, and volunteering helps a lot of, you know, places, especially not only in work but in funding too, because they can do something called in-kind donation, which is really interesting. So they count you as a worker, although you're not paid. Whenever they go to write a grant, they can say, hey, I need an extra $870 for the time that, you know, Nathan donated his time, or like the thing, like, if you donate clothes somewhere, and even if they can't use them, they take the goodwill price if it's a smart agency, and they'll do what's called an in-kind donation with that. So essentially, they'll get the money back and that item. So just in case, you know, the clothes weren't good, it still helps, I guess, you know, because if you were gonna throw them out anyway, you know, you might as well get a little money off of that. I don't know, but that's just how it works. It's a weird system. Learned a lot in that social work. Still, I am learning. It's intense. It's a 3-hour class, by the way, so it's a scary boy. And not only that, but you have to do all this out of class stuff and run around, and honor society is almost like a mini class within itself. Not like anything's graded, and I'm taking Chinese as well, just because I always want to learn another language, and Spanish never worked out for me. Any of the other Latin-based ones, I just can't. It's weird, but like, I like that whole idea of not conjugating, because conjugating is kind of useless. Like, I don't know how to put it, but from what I've kind of learned so far in Chinese, and I'm not an expert, this is like after 4 weeks, maybe a month of experience, and what I'm learning is, like, there isn't as much, like, tensing, or, you know, like, there isn't conjugation as much. It's just like, if you want to, you know, say something, you say like past and then that, or, you know, it's like, if you, it's interesting because the characters build off themselves, and I think it's really cool. It's different because it's like, I feel like you get a lot more bang for your buck. You can say more without having, you know, a bunch of conjugation and whatnot, like, weigh you down. You can just be like, you know, it's hard to explain. It's really meta thinking about it, but, you know, that's how it, oh, here's the boss. Remember this. Yep. I'm gonna buy some stars. Just cause Oh, I can't. I can't afford that one.